Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our very first book talk for the 2024-2025 school year. We are going to do the Aquanaut today, and this is a graphic novel, and it is about Sophia, who discovers an Aquanaut breaking into her father and uncle's marine theme park, but it's actually 4 sea creatures. The creatures, Soda Pop, the hermit crab, Antonio, the blanket octopus, Joachim, the Kemp's Ridley sea turtle, and Carlos the octopus are looking for a safe haven. When they realize that Aqualand has become darker than Sophia's father intended, Sophia helps them free the park's captive marine life. All right, so we're going to get started, and I'd like to welcome our guest today. So, the story started out with a very dramatic event, and this gave us insight into the rest of the story. How did that event set up the rest of the story?
Well, first her father died in the beginning, so I guess it could have made her sad a little bit during that.
So I think because her father died, it set up like a path that makes like the theme park all like dark and it helps set the story because if her father was still there, the sea creatures would probably have found a home way sooner.
Okay. All right. So the setting was in Aqualand, which is a fictional place. Does this remind you of any place that you have visited?
It reminds me of the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It's huge, basically, and it has all these different animals.
Okay.
So I think that sorta is like how there was like all these different animals, like dolphins, orcas. I think there's like one other, but a giant squid.
Okay, Bryce.
It reminds me of the Atlanta aquarium.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to Atlanta, it reminds me of like crabs, octopuses, dolphins.
Yeah, so can you see, so as you were reading the story, could you visualize being in one of these places? Yeah. Okay. Laura, do you want to say anything?
I was gonna say the Shirts, Texas aquarium, because it is very, very big and really fun, and it has like giant squid, otters, octopuses, and a lot of other sea creatures.
Okay. So what are some of the challenges that Sophie and her uncle Paul, Antonio, Joachim, Carlos, and Soda Pop face, and how did they work to overcome them? Well, what were they trying to do? I know that was a lot. So we had 4 creatures who were in the Aquanaut. They were, trying to be an Aquanaut. They were trying to get to safe haven. Was that easy for them? And what were a couple of things that they had to overcome?
It was not easy for them because they had to overcome that investor for Aqualand.
Yeah.
So it made it hard for them to react and get into Aqualand without the investor getting onto.
Yeah, because they weren't safe, were they? So they were facing a lot of challenges just with their safety. So this was a graphic novel, and there were obviously a lot of illustrations. Did those help you tell the story? And can you think of any specific scene that really popped out at you that helped tell the story?
I think there's that giant squid scene where his father got eaten, and when the little crab, I forgot his name already, but the hermit crab had to go in to a giant tank with a giant squid in it and to try to escape Aqualand.
Yeah, that was pretty dramatic, wasn't it? That was a good graphic.
Probably when Uncle Paul went out on stage and the fake fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they tried to break in and save the orca.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did help me. I think the giant squid one was also a good one that helped me a lot.
Yeah. All right. So, how did the friendships in this story evolve?
I think it evolved, it evolved to me by telling me that friendships can't ever die. Well, when you ask a friend that will honestly help you, they'll help you through everything that goes wrong and does go right.
Good. Nice.
I think it's because the little girl, he didn't know this strange, weird sea creature thing. Then she's risking to go to jail by setting them free.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's willing to take responsibility about the orca when they released it. So, I think it's a big relationship that changes. So, yeah.
Okay. So, what was the most exciting part of the story?
Probably when the sea creatures had to leave
Yeah.
because it was crazy.
Yes. Okay.
I think the same thing because it was all kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. One thing happens, another giant squid face off.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they tried to help the squid escape from the aquarium, because the hermit crab knew what the feeling was, because it was from the eyes. He knew it was scared.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I think the first two that they said too, was the most exciting part.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up. So, was the Aquanaut what you expected it to be?
No.
You can give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on that, or a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't what I expected it to be either. Did you like it better because it wasn't what you expected it to be, or were you kind of yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, it was
I liked
pretty
it
good.
better.
Okay.
I wish there was a little less confusion though, because it sort of got me confused.
There were, and I felt the same way. I felt like there was a lot of little plots going on. So yeah, I get that. But you enjoyed the book. Yes. Would you recommend it to a friend?
Yeah, probably.
And if there were a sequel, would you want to read the sequel?
Definitely.
Good. All right. Well, we are finished for this round of Kids Talk Books. Thank you so much for being on our show. Next time, we will see you in October when we talk about Future Hero. Have a great, great weekend. Thank you so much. Bye.